Welcome back to Heart Magic Monday. My name is Empress Lysa and I'm here to guide you through a conversation where we can really reflect on how jurisdiction and advocacy can really support us to find what we can do, how we can do it, and actually give us the power to speak up in our respective spheres. As empaths, we want to make a difference in the world. We want to be able to use our deeply feeling nature to actually contribute in a positive, meaningful way. But we can often end up feeling completely overwhelmed and powerless. Today's episode is how we can use the concepts of advocacy and jurisdiction to really find our power to make a difference in the world. Many of you know I actually always wanted to make a difference in the world from the time I was a little girl. I even ended up studying world politics at university because I wanted to equip myself with the knowledge so that I could know how to actually make a difference. Unfortunately, the reality is that some of the key state leaders that are in the world are heavily influenced by their own wounding, their own perspective, and their own mindset. I realized fast that in order to make a powerful contribution in the world, I needed to start where I had jurisdiction. I needed to start in an area or a sphere where I had power and influence, and I had the leadership capacity, the permission to be able to take actions that would create a positive change. For me, jurisdiction is probably the most powerful concept for an empath because we're capable of feeling so many. It allows us to actually bring in our sphere of influence and contact to a narrower realm where we can actually do something. I really want you to think, where is it that I have jurisdiction in my life right now? It may be in your marriage, or in your own family with your own children, or your own extended family. That there are always areas in our local community and in our current employment and family situation that actually gives us a powerful chance to make a positive contribution to the world. Now at this point you're probably very aware, like me, that our ego steps in and says you're not doing enough, anything that you do doesn't make a difference, and that it's not actually going to help. Now imagine if we had a world filled with people that only ever showed up and made a difference in their own respective areas. That would literally transform the world overnight. So jurisdiction is heavily underrated as a powerful way for us to all do our own separate, unique part to really contribute to a worldwide, global scale transformation. My life has given me so much opportunity over the last 12 months to develop my understanding of the concept of advocacy. And it's been within my jurisdiction that I've been called into this path because my own children have required me to advocate on their behalf. First, my son was experiencing some inappropriate behavior with another friend in his class and needed me to actually go out of my way and communicate his needs more clearly on his behalf to his teacher and to the principal of the school. And I was more than happy to do that. We want to be able to advocate for our children and speak up for them. So that was my very first experience. I didn't anticipate that that would turn into a 2-month-long engagement with multiple meetings. However, there was a resolution, and that by my repeatedly showing up and advocating on his behalf, a resolution was found. The next thing that I was called into was actually advocating for my daughter, who once again was experiencing some inappropriate behavior at her kindergarten, and it was my role once again to advocate on her behalf and speak up about the procedures, the policies, and the environment of this kindergarten to not only advocate for my daughter, but likewise to advocate for the other beautiful children that were there at this center in particular. I truly believe in the power of the individual, and that as each of us individually stands up and speaks out, that can be a positive contribution and that can lead to powerful global change. So if you found this conversation valuable, could you please give it a big thumbs up? It's so powerful to imagine if everyone in the world knew that they had the power and they had the voice to be able to speak up and advocate within our own individual jurisdiction. If you are one of the healers and the leaders, one of those people who truly does want to make a difference in the world, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. My name is Lysa Black, and I am here to stand up and speak on behalf of the highly sensitive empaths of the world that I know individually and collectively we can make a huge difference in the world as we understand our individual responsibility to advocate within our own jurisdiction. I look forward to coming back and sharing more with you next week for Heart Magic Monday. Thank you for being here. Mwah.